And close your eyes and give yourself this time and space, this moment, to just relax into your body. Take another breath and feel it going all the way down your legs into the floor and out into the earth. And then once more, a nice big breath in. And feeling connected to the planet, to the earth here, and also to the divine, the entourage in the room, the beautiful family around us, and the energy that's created when we come together. So let that encircle you like a beautiful, soft cocoon. And know that as you do, there's an opening created. There's a state of grace that you become available to. And that grace is translated into vibration in your being, in your body, in your heart, and in your soul. So let that grace permeate every cell of your being, every thought, and every part of you, as these beautiful messages of healing and love come forward. Hear not only the words, but hear the vibration that comes to you, that loves you, and that can bring you deeper and deeper into that place of grace.
So it is good day to you, huh? Very good to see your energy, your light, your brightness. For those of you whom we do not know, we are Aronda, and we bring with us an entire council of light on your behalf. We want you to know, as these times are evolving, as these times are honoring, as these times are expanding where we did not know they could ever expand, it is up to you to expect the unexpected. You see, we think we go along every day putting the clothes on, going to work, going to play, going to the job, going to the family, going here, going there. Everything runs along smoothly. And then all of a sudden, it doesn't. Those are the times we are in, eh? Anyone here have a little unsmoothness coming around about them, huh? Yes. Are you there? Are you still breathing? Yes? Then you have unsmoothness coming. That's probably not a word. That is the confusing part, is even the English language. Even all languages are shifting round about. So you think you've got it figured out and you turn on the machine that you call the computer and it does not work. What do? So you come on this and this doesn't happen and the traffic doesn't blend with you, or the airplanes don't get your luggage coming in, everything that could possibly happen happens. And some you maybe not, some people are saying, well, it is because the universe just has it in for me. We've got this going on, the universe has it in for me, and everything is going wrong, and my life is going bad, and things are going bad, and the relationship is going bad. And take a deep breath, dearest ones. That is divine order. And no, the universe doesn't test you. The universe doesn't push your buttons on purpose. The universe just asks for your own intention for involvement. Evolvement. So take a deep breath. Are you choosing to evolve? Or are you choosing to stay stuck in the mess that was yesterday? We believe that you are the evolvers of the planet. You are the energy beings of light that are shifting the consciousness. And when you have the unexpected pop out of your box and it comes into your pathway, what do? Do you complain about it to everyone you can see and hear, and then complain about it the next day, and complain about it the next day, and tell everyone what the big drama was that happened in your life, and oh, you'll never believe this, you'll never believe that. Well, do you know what happens when that happens? That drama gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It expands and expands, and so you're allowed to tell that drama 3 times. Just 3. Until you can tell it with no emotion that is attached to it for a point that you wish to make to someone else. You can tell it once to your best friend, to say, oh, and they can go, oh, ho, you poor thing, we love that, oh, ho. And you can tell it twice to someone else that can go, oh, what a story that is. And you can tell it the 3rd time to just get it completely out of your cells. And when you get it completely out of your cells, then you will know that, because when you begin to tell it again, there will be no emotional content behind it. So you don't need to tell it any longer. You see, the drama, the rearrangement, some might even call it the trauma, the flow of life, as it is right now, right here, in this moment in Michigan, is changing every moment. You have seen the hero's journey. You have seen how you yourself are evolving. So the more you focus on, oh, but I wish I had this, oh, but I wish I had that, then the drama is going to come in to see how they can recreate that. Instead, dearest beings of light, embrace what is directly in front of you. Embrace your light. Embrace your presence. Embrace your wondrousness. And think, well, this is entertaining. I wonder what's going to happen next, huh? But stay present. You can wonder, but stay present. That is why we tell you to take a deep breath. You cannot breathe into yesterday. And you cannot breathe into tomorrow. You can only breathe into this moment, right here, right now. And this moment is perfectly designed for your magnificence. Yes? It is perfectly designed for the clarity, for you to move forward, to connect all that circuitry in that marvelous muscle you call a brain, and to allow that circuitry to expand around you. So then the people that are sitting next to you, hip to hip here in this room, you can indeed shift the consciousness of your world. Always expect the unexpected. And always expect miracles. But that is another topic. Dearest beings of light, we love you so much. We came all this way just for you. Your evolution, your enlightenment, your joy, your consciousness is a part of why we are here. We see you. We hold the mirror up so you can see you as well as we do. Magnificent beings of light. You are the unexpected. Yes? Namaste. Namaste.
Greetings, dear ones. I'm Kryon of Magnetic Service. I speak to those in the room and those listening who are not aware even truly of who they are. There is so much hidden, even at this point, even with all the channelings that we have done, even with those who have listened to most of them, are still not fully aware of who you are, of what has happened, what has really, truly happened here. What if I told you that this precession of the equinox, this marker, was known by so many more than those from Earth? Oh, Kryon, now you're going to get strange on us again. We hear this. You're going to talk about perhaps ETs or other life in the galaxy. Oh, yes, I am. And dear ones, it's not that strange. It's only strange because you haven't seen it. But the very logic of it is there for you to see. Where science says that there's at least 11 billion kinds of potentials for an Earth-like planet just in this galaxy alone. In that habitable zone that you're in, that allows you to have oceans and beauty and temperatures and the growth of DNA. It's happened over and over for millions of years in this galaxy. Why do you doubt that? Why do you say Earth has to be alone when you look into the skies and you see the absolute millions of points of light are all stars just like your sun? Let me tell you something. You paint the ET with human consciousness. You always have. Every single ET story, for the exception of maybe 3, in your history, they all come here with human nature. They've all come here to conquer you, to steal your gold, to drink your water, to get your oceans, they want this, they want that, and they don't care about you, and they're going to slaughter you. Dear ones, you just put on them who you are. That's what human nature does. It has a barrier of potential, and it's not compassionate. Not really. Human nature has, in an old energy, selective compassion within the family. It turns in on itself and not out. You don't look at the structures of business and government and say, isn't that compassionate? And you'll say, well, we can't because there is none. Yes, there is. You just don't allow yourself to see it. That's why humans have a difficult time when we send light to government. And they say, we don't want anything to do with it. And then we say, wouldn't it make more sense if you showed the way, just with light, with compassion, in dark places of the planet? And even that is more difficult. Human nature is that way now, and it is starting to change. That is why I'm here. This galactic family of yours, especially the ones who are eons and eons beyond you, the ones who have been here 1,000,000 years with life just like yours, with DNA just like yours, knows about you. I have said this before, maybe not this succinctly, that the greatest majority of the life that is around you in this galaxy knows about the creative source. You've been here such a short time. New kids on the block, we told you this. You've got the lowest consciousness that there is. And so almost everything that you would meet from here on would have been through just what you've been through. There are things you yet are going to discover about energy, about communication, about multidimensionality that is going to change absolutely every paradigm. Every paradigm. And when you finally have that, there will be the aha of why they would know about you. When you passed the marker, there was such a celebration of so many trillions in this galaxy. And that is a hard one for you to swallow. You never met them. You're not told about them. You don't believe in them. And here they are with love and compassion, knowing exactly what you've been through, and they are looking at you and they're remembering their own history. And they say, they did it, they did it, they did it. Can you imagine what a million-year-old civilization that has come to grips with all the problems you have and solves them all, that has had peace for hundreds of thousands of years, and technology that you can't even dream of? Can you imagine such a thing? What are the odds? Well, the odds are very much in favor of that, of how old things are, how old the galaxy is, and how young you are. Those who work with statistics would say it's almost a given. And then you look at your life, and you say, well, yeah, well, we have this DNA, and we have the animals, and we have the humans, and all of this, and what would it be like in these other places? What fantastic things might they have? And I have to tell you, what if I told you they would have what you have? Because the elements of what caused life here cause life there. Is that a stretch? The physics that you enjoy is the physics they enjoy. Is that a stretch? They got DNA like yours, a lot. Look a little different, but human. They have animals. Look a little different. They have pets. They have compassion. They have love. And they know who you are in the most benevolent and glorious way you can imagine. Passed around this galaxy, it is. What you have done, it is. And there are so many looking now, watching light start to evolve and remembering what it was like for them 5 years after their transition, knowing what you're facing, knowing the hurdles and the biases and the old energy that will come flying at you from so many different directions to try to hold on to the old stuff. This is why we call you the light workers. The lighthouses are built for storms, and this, to the old energy, is a storm. For you, holding the light to the old soul, you pull the sword out of the stone, and here you go. And it's going to be years, before you start to see this light in the way that I've talked about, but it comes. It comes, and you'll see it. And as it starts to reveal itself, there will be those who will then deny it and beat it up and say it even doesn't exist, in order to pull you back into an old paradigm that is so comfortable to sit in. Humans don't like change. They're used to certain things because they know what human nature does. Not understanding human nature is an old paradigm itself. It is evolving. Eventually, you will expect compassion where there is none now. You will expect treatment that is a lot better from human to human, naturally, that you don't see now. Certain parts of this planet are so aware of all of these things and have been for so long that they actually greet one another. And the greeting that they have, even in the symbolicness of what they do with their hands, says, the God in me sees the God in you. And what this means is there's a oneness between us. We are not different. And the consciousness and the thinking we have, that's free choice. But the core we have, that's angelic. That's divine. And that pulls us together in a way that nothing could. And that is what you are learning. That there is a oneness in this, all of this, that goes far beyond anything that you've been taught necessarily by organized doctrines. The prophets that came to this planet taught you this. In so many ways, they taught you this. They did not come here to be worshipped. They came here as examples. And now the examples have come back. And that is the second coming, the third coming, whatever you want to call it. and it is coming in consciousness. It sits upon you as an awakening, and it's beautiful, and it's loving. It doesn't ask you to change your ways in ways that would ever harm you. It doesn't ask you to rethink puzzles because you're wrong. Instead, it sits upon you with perfectness, with light, and invites you with a hand outstretched, say there may be something better to take away the frustration. So that when you wake up in the morning, there is peace. You don't come from a beautiful dream and snap awake just to be confronted by all the difficulties and the horror of life. And so many of you do that every day. Instead, you awaken and you're peaceful, no matter what. You look at these things, these frustrations, the difficulties of life, and you realize that you carry around a bubble that is peaceful. And it affects how you treat the people at work and how you treat your own children, your own relatives. The ones that are the most difficult start to see a change in you, and they start to change. This is the way of it. It's contagious, love. It's contagious, beauty, compassion. And if it isn't, they will remove themselves from you. Have you noticed? If you start to change in a compassionate way and start not reacting with drama and coming back at them with what they give you, as soon as you start to shift, they either shift or they remove themselves. They need a sounding board that they can push, and it pushes back. And you don't. That's the beauty of this. Energy will seek its own darkness and light, depending upon the free choice of the individual. But dear one, dear old soul, you are filled with light. You know already. You've been here. You've done that. And you're starting to understand it. This is why we are here. This is why the messages are the messages and always will be. I'll be back. And so it is.